Hey, hello, how do you do? Shady Doorags here, and welcome to Episode Rundown, where I, Shady Doorags, run down the episodes of Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug, and Cat Noir. And today we're looking at Season 3, Episode 1, Backwater. Now, before we get started, a couple things. One, normally for season premieres and season finales, I do reaction videos. However, my reaction videos have been getting a lot of copyright claims. Normally, I would just wait them out before I did the next reaction video, but because it's like so many I'm getting claimed on, it would be forever if I just waited for these situations to get fixed. They are fair use, so I gotta dispute them, but the disputes take forever. So I don't want to wait forever to give you guys the next Miraculous video, because I'm trying to catch up, and also I know you guys don't like waiting for the next Miraculous video. I could just go ahead and do reaction videos, and just hope I don't get copyright claim, but that's just not a smart business move on my end. So for now, we're going to stick to the episode rundowns. And we'll just have to play it by ear from there, which I'm kind of glad I did, because going into this episode, this is not a very reaction good episode. Oh, also, as per everyone's recommendation, I've stopped going by the Netflix order because clearly they don't know what they're doing with these episodes, and I'm going by what I believe is the correct order, which is the order you can find on Wikipedia. If that's not the correct order, let me know, and I will go by whatever correct order I can find. But clearly, the Netflix order is just going by that order is a mistake. So anyway, we're looking at today's episode, Backwater, and I would say it's an alright episode. I'm not sure how it works as a season premiere, but I think it's an alright episode to get into. The episode starts with this kind of flashback kind of thing. They have like this filter over, this black and white filter. It makes it look completely uncanny, but it's Master Fu when he was younger and this woman, and there's this huge alarm going off in Paris for some reason. I'm not sure what's happening. I like to assume that the whole calamity with Master Fu losing the two Miraculous and the Miraculous temples or whatever, guardians falling or whatever. I like to imagine that's what's happening. But for all of Paris to be involved in this, like there's alarms and stuff going off, that seems, the Miraculouses were supposed to be a secret. So having all that happen when they're trying to escape, that doesn't seem likely. I'm not sure what's going on there. Master Fu and this woman, they're trying to escape together. The woman doesn't want to leave. She says, let's use the Miraculous to save ourselves. Save them from what? I don't know. But she's like, let's use the Ladybug and Cat Noir Miraculous, the Ladybug and the Cat Miraculous to save ourselves. Fu doesn't want to do it. So Fu decides to leave while she decides to stay. Which, come to think of it, I'm not sure why Fu needed to leave. It's very weird. I'm not even sure where he went, because we see that he's still living in Paris years later. But anyway, also they use a black and white filter. That kind of doesn't make sense, because Fu's supposed to be 186. So unless he was only like 130 there, the black and white filter, there was no need for that. They just had to obviously let you know that it took place in the past, but it would have been better if you could just figure it out for yourself. So anyway, that's a flashback to establish the episode. We cut back to the future, or the present, and Marinette is freaking out because Adrian is going on a trip with, I can't remember her name. Kagami. There we go. He's going on a trip to London with Kagami. Adrian's father is actually going on a trip, which means they have officially changed the status quo that Gabriel never leaves his house. They have officially changed that status quo since the glitter episode. So Gabriel and Kagami's mom are going on a trip together, so that means Adrian and Kagami are going on a trip together. And of course, Marinette knows that Kagami likes Adrian, and Adrian has feelings for Kagami. I mean, he doesn't know that Adrian dumped Kagami, but he just knows that she just knows that Adrian has feelings for Kagami. So she's freaking out because she thinks they'll fall in love while they're on this trip together. And the girls who are usually in on it with her, the best thing you could do is just tell Adrian. She sees Waze in the window, and she's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And she's not really planning on doing that, but she's just trying to get them out the room. Waves comes in and says, "There's an emergency, Marinette. Fu needs your help." And Marinette says something interesting. Not Marinette. Tiki says that Master Fu needs to learn how to write letters and send texts, and that felt really weird because when we first met Master Fu, not when we first met him, but at the beginning of season 2, when we met Master Fu, Marinette was freaking out like, "Oh, I want to keep this book, but I want to give it back so Adrian doesn't get in trouble." And it was Master Fu who decided, let's use camera phones to take pictures. Master Fu knows how to use technology. So I don't know why they're saying like he needs to learn how to do stuff. That was really inconsistent. Anyway, Marinette goes to Master Fu's. On the way, though, she writes a love letter to Adrian because she says she can't confess her feelings to Adrian, but if she writes them down, we've seen this before. We've seen Marinette write love letters. Who actually thinks she's going to give the love letter to Adrian? Who actually thinks the status quo is going to change? So Marinette goes to Master Fu and he gives her a letter to his love. And she puts it in the same place as she puts her love letter. And I'm like, well, I know where this is going. The letters are going to get swapped. Master Fu also gives her a prescription for his medicine. She goes there. Master Fu is laying sick in bed, and he told Waze it was an emergency. I'm like, hold up. You hypocritical dude. You tell her that you sending a letter to your loved one is an emergency. But other times you're like, "No, Marinette, you must never reveal who you are to anyone. You must use the Miraculous responsibly. You cannot have secret meetings." What are those things called? Kwame. You cannot have secret meetings to meet up with Doorags. Like, this is some serious irresponsibility to make Marinette your personal delivery boy and say it's an emergency. Like, if he had just asked her, fine. But to say it's an emergency because he thought he was over exaggerating his sickness, that did not sit right with me. It's not helping Master Fu's case as a character. I really don't like this character. So anyway, Marinette goes, she delivers her confession to Adrian, which obviously you can tell it's not going to be her confession. She then runs off as Ladybug and gives the letter to Master Fu's girlfriend or love interest. And then she tries to give the medication to the doctor. It turns out the medication letter that she has is the letter that she was supposed to go to Master Fu's girlfriend. Master Fu's girlfriend gets Marinette's letter, which she took the worst possible way. Like, goodness gracious, it said if you wait too long, you'll never love one. If you wait too long, it'll be too late. And she's like, "Oh, this means that he doesn't love me anymore because we waited." So I was like, that is a highly unfavorable interpretation of what was said in that letter. I mean, it was clearly a confession letter. But anyway, she gets really sad. Gabriel senses the sadness, demands that the train not move. I don't know why he demanded the train not move. Because is there a distance that because he was going to London. So I'm like, is there a distance that he can't be for his powers to not work? Can he not just send the moth out and then control it as Hawkmoth on his way to London? The only reason I think they did that is so Adrian wouldn't miss the train, because once the villain is revealed, Adrian has to become Cat Noir. Anyway, the Akuma goes out to the lady. She becomes Backwater, and she can steal time from other people, which will allow her to go back in time. I am having such troubles with name today. But that highly reminds me of season 1, the skater girl, Go-Go Tamako. I can't remember. I'm so mad. She's like the one person whose villain name I can remember, but I can't remember her real name. But anyway, it reminds me a lot of her. Only it's the exact same power. Only instead of just killing you, she reverses you. So Ladybug and Cat Noir have to fight, and the villain says, "I'll reverse Ladybug to before she transforms. I'll take before I take her earring. I'll take her earrings, and she'll lead me to Master Fu, because she knows who he actually is. Because Master Fu is actually going by a fake name. So they fight this woman, And Ladybug comes up with an actually really good plan. I have a bit more respect for Ladybug since it was revealed that when she looks around and figures out how to do stuff, that's actually her. It's not her power. They revealed that in Samboy. It's still not perfect. The Lucky Charm is still a writer's convenience. But at times like this, what she did was really clever. She had Adrian do all the stuff she wanted him to, or she had Cat Noir do all the stuff she wanted him to do, but backwards. And that's pretty much what happened. She forced him to get reversed, got Backwater into a trap, and was able to defeat her that way. So the episode ends off, like the whole supervillain stuff is not that interesting. This is more of a character-driven episode. The episode ends off with Fu and his love interest saying they still can't be together because now Hawkmoth knows that she knows who he really is. That's more of a valid excuse to not tell someone. Like, at least they've shown why it's a bit of a danger. A lot of the times with the secret identity stuff, they tend to just tell it rather than show it. And there's not really much benefit to this woman knowing that he's Master Fu, unlike whereas if Marinette told certain people, there would be a benefit to telling her secret identity. So Adrian gets back on the train, goes with Kagami. We don't really get to see where they go. Maybe that'll come up in another episode. Marinette is depressed because the thing she gave Adrian, she told him it was the thing she wanted most in the world and only he could give it to her. And it was a prescription for what was it? Was it diarrhea? A constipation. It was constipation medicine. And of course, the implication is that, he thinks she needed it. And I mean, if I was Adrian and somebody gave me that, good guy Adrian, he goes out of his way to do good stuff. But if I was Adrian, I'd have been like, I'd have called Marinette, so I'm pretty sure he has her number. If he doesn't, he could have called Alia, because Alia has everybody's number. But he should have contacted Marinette and be like, are you sure I'm the only person who can get this? He said he walked all over London. If you have a prescription, like she just walked into a basic clinic store. If you have a prescription, you can get that medicine pretty easy. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Suspend your disbelief. They just wanted to make the joke that Marinette gave Adrian constipation medicine. And the episode ends there. So not a whole interesting episode, but it was still a fun one, one I liked. But as a season premiere, I'm kind of iffy, especially since before I was saying, the order of the episodes, Netflix has them all wrong, and I don't recommend doing Netflix order, but I know that the episode Netflix put first is Chameleon, which has, I don't know everything about that episode, I just know that Lila comes back in that episode. That seems like a more season premiere appropriate episode. So this might be the season where I should have done the Netflix order, but no, I'm sticking to the order I found on Wikipedia. But anyway, that's that episode. I'm going to try to do these more frequently. Now that I have a bit more time on my hand, we will see how it goes. I really want to catch up to everybody, so we will see. I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Shady Doorags. So long, farewell, that Wiedersehen, goodbye.